Hello, welcome to Facebook. Welcome to meditation. I'm Dr. Sian Dines, and we even have the dogs joining in the background. Just leave them. Okay, it'll be fine. They'll settle eventually. Welcome in the room. Welcome online. We're going to do meditation. We'll see if our dogs are going to settle. Sometimes they join in. What we're reminding everyone of today is more self-care, more self-love. And self-care often comes in all sorts of ways. A couple of our group are just joking because they've actually gone home to clean their environment. That's a form of self-care, okay? Sometimes we just get so busy, we're working, we're running around after families, we're trying to ensure that we have lovely sort of weekend activities, and sometimes we just need to stop, take a deep breath, look at our environment and go, wow. There's something to be said for the old saying, cleanliness is close to godliness, something along those lines. It's the same. Cleanliness leaves room for source. It avails us to welcoming life force source into us to go with the flow and work with that. And so if our environment is messy and chaotic, then usually our thinking is fairly chaotic. It's flight of ideas. It's not necessarily bad things. Lots of creative energy can come from it. But everything needs to be in balance. And we're often talking about like our lives, our worlds being a bit like a pie graph. And that, you know, a piece of our pie might be for creativity, for spontaneity, for flight of ideas. Another piece of it might need to be really anchored to ensure that we're present here, just drop music, present here on the earth, okay? Present in our environment, being able to connect to our environment, connect to our world, yeah? And so another piece might be for relationships. Another piece might be to ensure that we're embracing our higher self and welcoming into our world love. Okay, so just today, for whatever reason, there's been a theme about environment. So I just thought I'd share that with you, that we really do need to feel safe and harmonious in our environment. Okay, so if it's feeling a bit chaotic and messy, then take a good look around you and go, wow, does this reflect where I'm at the moment? Do I need to just give myself some self-love and self-care and embrace my environment and welcome it back? Some might feel the other way. Some might feel that their environment's too constrained, too rigid, too constricted, and from that perspective they might want to make changes to welcome in spontaneity or flow or love and trust. So whatever we're doing, everything in life's like on a bell-shaped curve, and we're always invited to come back to that middle, to come back to the balance. And sometimes we have to connect with ourselves to even find out, what do we want? How are we feeling? What are we missing out on? Sometimes when we come back to ourselves, we realize we haven't been listening to our deepest desires, or our body might have been screaming out to us and wants us to understand and feel certain emotions we've been avoiding. Sometimes we may also have not been listening or observing those around us for which we share an environment in. Okay? So all of these things we're invited to just take stock of when we do meditations. So my style of meditation is to encourage you to connect with your higher self, to listen to what you want. Carly's about to run in. Would you welcome her, please? And just let her know. It's okay, yeah, she's wondering if she can join us. So just, we'll say hello to those online too, while we'll just enable people to get settled. So just know that part of meditation, of course, is to just soak in source and revitalize and replenish in the stillness. When we're in that stillness, we're also invited to observe. observe ourselves, observe our environment, observe the people in our environment. Welcome, welcome. You're fine. And observe whether or not we feel that we're congruent. Are we feeling authentic, real, aligned with our highest and best? Or are we feeling somehow inauthentic, incongruent? Because that's where our upset will come from. That will be where we will feel disharmony, depression, anxiety, fear, doubts, insecurities. If we're not in alignment with our highest and best, if we're not in alignment with what our little inner emotional being's calling out to us for and needing, okay? If we're quelling that and ignoring it, or we're avoiding and ignoring the source and think we can do it all ourselves from an egoic place, or if we're ignoring our environment and the community at large and the community we're a part of, we're not being real, okay? And our body will know, and it will let us know in some form of disharmony, in some form of displeasure, incongruence, okay? Yeah, so we're talking about environments today and cleaning our environment. I thought you'd like that one. Sorry. I won't share who just joined us, but somebody that I know would like this too. Okay, so we all need to give it some thought. Okay, go home, I invite you. Have a look around. What does your environment look like? Is it bringing you pleasure? Does it fit? I'm not here judging. I'm here saying, does it fit with you? It takes every personality in the world to exist. There's no such thing as normal, in my perspective. Show me a person, I'll show you something. A diagnosis. And anyway, only from my past. But what I'm saying is it right for you? Okay? And every so often we really need to connect in with ourselves and know what's right for us. Okay? And particularly, a large majority of my clients here are women, and I really do ask them to sort of check in. Are they actually listening to their needs? Because that's part of self-care. Yeah? Alright. How are we going there? Does that raise some awareness for people? Yeah? Alright. So that then is something that we can shed during, if it's bubbled up some stuff for you, shed it, allow it to come up, so that you can go home and embrace your environments. So that in meditation today, when we go into stillness, you can send love and high vibrational energy through your environments to cleanse any faulty beliefs. And I'm being very careful to say there's no blame. People will drop into their own natural behavior traits and their own natural ways of being. And if you look more closely, it might be that you haven't found the energy, or you haven't found your voice of expression, or you haven't parented yourself, or you haven't allowed yourself to connect because of even 12 poppy syndrome, fear of who you might be if you connect with your truth. Okay, so there could be a number of reasons. The invitation, though, is to get still with yourself long enough to find out what's going on. Okay? Shall we do that? We might just soften the music or drop it. It's nice to have it, but we will need to focus now on some breathing. And so I really want us to focus more on our breathing, more on the stillness. Does anyone have a particular, I didn't really check in, particular message that they want to give me? Or no? Alright. Go on. Okay. Okay. Surrendering. Surrendering and trusting. Okay. It's nearly like a whole other chapter, isn't it, that's happening in our universe at the moment. But people are embracing a lot of change. There is a lot of unknown and uncertainty. And it does flare up. Anxiety and fears. It flares up a sense of overwhelmment and even depression. Okay? the invitation is to keep coming back to the meditations, keep coming back to expanding. How can I love this more? How can I welcome more source into this? How can I raise my vibration to allow for the patience of change, to allow myself to trust that I am safe to flow with that change, okay? There is a lot of change, okay? Resistance isn't the way forward, okay? The changes are happening. And if those changes, I had a big discussion with a client this week, have very strong opinions about certain changes that are taking place in the community world at large. Be very careful that we aren't then vibrating an energy of resistance or anger or frustration that is actually a low vibration that will continue to empower the change you may not want to be empowering at the moment. Okay? So it's a fine line between speaking your truth and welcoming your truth and allowing the freedom of that truth, because I do feel that it probably needs to be spoken. But ensuring that you're not dropping into a vitriol, a negativity, a complaint, and a anger or frustration that is low vibration. Because you're not going to embrace a higher change. You're not going to enable the love that we need on the planet at the moment. The compassion, the higher vibrational energy, the source to try to welcome greater awareness, greater consciousness, to bring about positivity, to bring about healing, to bring about acceptance of change.
It's very hard at the moment, isn't it? Because everybody is critical.
Yeah. And where this...
And they're not seeing, I don't feel, two sides to the argument. It's more coming from the emotion or the fright from the
fear.
Yeah.
Fear.
Yeah.
And fear is actually a very low vibration.
Yeah.
Okay? So there is a lot of fear in our community. And understandably, I'm cautious. I don't want to get on my soapbox here. All I can say is, if you feel your world is being inundated by fear, then step up. Use boundaries. Turn that TV off. Please. Vote with your feet just in the most subtle ways and say, no, I'm not having that negativity inundate my world. Okay? Step away if there's a lot of negativity and sharing of emails that are derogative or judgmental or fear-based, etc. Okay? It's not that you're to just ignore what's happening. You will find your voice from meditation. Our meditations are very powerful. They actually help us reflect and get insight and understand, where do I feel I stand on an issue? Where do I want to use my energy? So you will find your solar plexus open. You will find yourself being able to find your voice, but using it more powerfully in a positive light. Using it to radiate love. Using it to absorb and dissolve and disintegrate all the fear. Yeah? And you're right, it is really a time that we're being called to be very masterful about this. Okay? Very conscious, very aware that we don't have to be exposed to so much fear. Okay? So let's do... Part of meditation is taking back your power. Part of it is that we are tsunamied by a society that just floods, dictates, controls, dominates, and it sometimes feels like it's a very powerless situation to be in. It's also a place where we often give away our power. It's a a world capitalist sort of approach where you outsource all the time. And I'm constantly trying to explain to clients, insource. G-U-R-U, the guru is within. Go within. Find yourself, find your own alignment, find your own truth. Because then you'll be authentic and real. Whatever it is, whatever it feels right to you. But when we're doing fear, we're not aligned. Okay? When we're doing anxiety, our body's screaming out to us, you're not in the present moment and you're not getting real. You're living off in some future that hasn't even transpired. And when we're really understanding quantum physics and manifestation, be awfully careful of what you're ruminating over and worrying about, because we can all slide into manifesting exactly what we don't want because we've been ruminating over a problem. Yeah? Okay. So, embrace change with love. Grow into it. Breathe into it. Expand into it. Welcome it. Because at least then you'll know that you are accessing your best resources to be able to navigate it. Okay? Yeah? Questions? Okay. Alright? Good. Let's take a nice deep breath and let's just feel embraced by Mother Earth today as we call upon all the elements of earth, air, fire, water, ethos and all our guides to be present. So we take a nice deep breath in. Feel your chest diaphragm opening, your lungs expanding to receive. Hold. And as you breathe out, let go. Put your roots down into the ground. Breathing up again. Receiving. Holding. And exhaling. Really empty it out. Breathing up. Receive and hold. And push out. And putting your roots deep down into Mother Earth. Taking a big deep breath up from Mother Earth. And breathe out and expand. Again, breathing in. Breathing it right up through your heart, throat, ajna, and all the way out the top of your head as you release. Good. Open now. Imagine a hole above your head, about a foot above your head, and welcome the high vibrational energy. As you breathe in, pulling it like a pillar of light down through your core. And as you breathe out, anchoring it into the earth. Really opening and expanding now, breathing up. Opening and releasing now like butterfly wings. Open your angel wings. And welcome a circular breathing. And just continue to focus on your breath. Full, deep, flowing breath. Breathing in the consciousness from above. Expanding and opening your energy field. And anchoring yourself into the earth. Letting your breath expand into a full deep breath. And focus on the rhythm of your breathing. Focus on receiving the life force with every breath you take. Breathing in the life force. And as you breathe out, feel yourself letting go, surrendering with every breath you take. Breathing in love, and as you breathe out, feel yourself letting go the busyness of the day. Feel your mind being flooded with cleansed high vibrational energy. As you continue to focus on your breath, feeling the sensation of breathing in, holding, and breathing out, letting go. Noticing the sounds of your breathing, noticing the sounds in the room, noticing the sounds in your environment. With every breath you take, feeling your body letting go the burdens of life as this free-flowing energy is welcomed with every breath you take. And gently move between the sensations of your body moving with your breath and the sensations of sound as you hear your world and come back to your presence. Notice any smells. Notice any tastes. Ensuring that you're comfortable, you can close your eyes, that you're in a comfortable, relaxed position. In your mind's eye, welcome that beautiful high vibrational energy in the form of seeing balloons that are filled with all the qualities and resources that you may need. The first balloon is filled with safety. Take a balloon and imagine breathing in safety, ensuring every cell in your body feels safe. There's another balloon filled with trust. Breathe in trust. Trusting you're in the right place at the right time. Trusting you have permission to relax into this present moment as you breathe in another balloon filled with relaxation. Ensuring that your whole body feels safe, trusting in the present moment, allowing yourself to relax with every breath you take. As you breathe, feel the energy coming into your body, remembering that this occurs perfectly naturally of its own accord. And there's nothing for you to do. Just focus on your breath. With every breath in, breathe in gratitude. With every breath out, let go. Surrender. And as you breathe this beautiful life force into your being, let it wash through your mind. Let go of the busyness of the day. Let it wash over your being as if it could dissolve and disintegrate all the cords of attachment to each person in your life, to each communication, to each activity and responsibility, as they all float away. Breathe in deeply and embrace the awareness that this is your time. And as you breathe out, release the cords of attachment to every person, place, event. Release, let go, all accountability and responsibility, all the shoulds and musts, all the expectations dissolve away. With every breath, just come back to focusing on you, welcoming this beautiful life force. And if your mind's busy, release all of the ideas, all of the thinking. Release all of the faulty beliefs and expectations, welcoming your attention to just focus on your breath. Breathing in light and love as it rains down on you, cleansing, embracing and supporting you. Big deep breaths in, and as you breathe out, let go. If there's faces and people, if there's expectations that you have of yourself, distractions, let them go too, with love and understanding that they will be there later. Taking a big deep breath in and receiving that life force with gratitude. And as you breathe out, surrender, feeling your head and neck relaxing, feeling your jaw soften and any tension being released. Feeling your shoulders softening and growing heavy, your limbs, your arms and hands relaxing as this beautiful life force continues to wash you, bathes you gently, lovingly, as it washes away fears and faulty thinking, as it washes away stuck, stale energy. Continue to breathe in this light. Welcome it as it pours down through your crown and throat and into your heart. Breathe it into your heart. And as you exhale, push out through the front and the back of your heart and let go. Let go any protective guard or armor you wear around your heart. surrender and shed any sadness, any grief, hurt. Welcome it to the surface with love, connecting to your own inner being and recognizing how well they've done, how stoic they are, and letting them know that you're listening now. It's safe. Feel, hear, connect with your heart. Notice if there's any pain or suffering, armor or blockages. And allow this beautiful life force with every breath you take to dissolve and disintegrate all of the darkness, blockages, fears, doubts, insecurities. Breathe them out and let them go into the universe to be transmuted to bring no harm. Breathe in and replenish in the stillness as you continue to surrender. Feel your body relaxing more fully, surrendering and letting go. With every breath you take, breathing into the stillness, into the silence. Soaking in the tranquility. Feeling your lower half of your body soften. Breathe this beautiful life force down through your core, and as you breathe out through your solar plexus, let go even more fully now all of the responsibilities, all of the pressures and beliefs and expectations. Let go all the rigidity, the self-control, the rules. Let go all the judgments. Breathe in and revitalize in still, fresh energy. And as you bring this energy right down into your sacral region, cleanse any blocked, stale energy, let go. And as you open and expand, breathe in and receive that awareness that you are divinely resourced, you are unlimited potential, unlimited creativity, that you can flow in unison freely, being and creating. Breathe in acceptance. Welcome that just being is enough. Welcome your creativity, your abundance, to love, to flow, to be free, light-hearted, fun, soaking in a presence that enables you to really embrace this freedom, embrace this source, and notice that you can be this freedom, this source, this stillness, regardless of what's happening in your world, in your environment. Breathe in and reclaim this stillness, reclaim this truth of who you are, and let it pour through you, down through your base, down through your legs, down through your core of your being, allowing any remaining resistance to just drain out through your base, feet, into the earth. As you continue to expand ever so fully now, embrace the vastness, soak in the expanded awareness and consciousness. Feel it flowing freely, drinking in the peace, the love, the freedom. Welcome and soak as you rest in Source. And as you rest in this beautiful source and you reclaim your higher self, take a moment to really listen to your higher self. If this beautiful love, peace, stillness, this truth of who you are, unlimited potential, boundless energy, creativity, if it had a message for you, for why you incarnated, why you took physical form, what is your life purpose? Why are you here? Take a moment to check in and ask yourself. Is the fear, grief, loss, anxiety, pain, suffering, rigidity, control, rules, is the negativity consistent with why you are incarnated? Is it congruent with your highest and wisest self? If your highest and wisest self could have a message for you right now, what would it say to all that fear? What would it say to all the judgments and criticism. What would it say to how you're embracing change? Really take a moment to let this peace, this source, this stillness wash through any behaviours, words, deeds, actions that may be driven from fear, anxiety, doubt, insecurity. Really shed them now. Fully empty out as you soak in this source. As source washes through, dissolves and disintegrates. And as you breathe in deeply, reclaim your authenticity. Reclaim your vastness. Take back your power, your strength, your awareness that you are divinely resourced, that you've incarnated to love and be loved, to receive and radiate love. And if this beautiful, loving, high vibrational energy had a message for you right now, what might it be? Breathe in and receive, and be aware that there's nothing to do, that you have permission to just be. To flow, to allow for synchronicity, to allow for source to support you, to be one with source, with light, with love. In this stillness, drink in that love, remembering you are divinely resourced, resilient, a survivor, a thriver in life. Drink in and take back your power, take back your presence. Take back permission to just be, to trust that all is divine and all will unfold as it's meant to be. So be it, so be it, so be it. And so it is. Spend a moment to send this love and light to your loved ones, to your children, to your parents, to your friends, family. Let it radiate out through your environment and out to the community as a whole. Breathing in and hearing and connecting with Mother Nature, sending it to Mother Earth with gratitude. Coming back gently to feeling your body. If you like, you can put a beautiful bubble around you in your mind's eye to just ensure that this love, this grace continues to cleanse, revitalize and replenish with ease. Breathing in the awareness that eyes closed, eyes open, it's the same. The love is here. The gratitude is here. The respect is here. The permission to just be and flow is here. Starting to feel your body, feel your breathing, moving your fingers and toes. Take a big deep breath in. Let that healing energy flood through your physical form to anywhere in the head as you give it a special bit of attention as you start to move and come back into the world, into your physical form. Welcoming your body back into this presence. Having gratitude for having given yourself this time to relax. Let go, release, empty, surrender, and trust. Hoping you've had a good rest today. Checking in online, is there anyone? And as we gently come back into the room, just namaste each other or recognize that I see the best in you, the same that's in me. The same that's in all of us. I see your source, I see your light, with gratitude, with love, with abundance. Breathing in and nodding and knowing to each other, I'm okay, you're okay, and all is okay. So be it, so be it, so be it. And so it is. Namaste, Amen, thank you for joining us. And we'll just check in if there's anything, otherwise we'll just gently let Facebook World sleep and rest in case you're listening to it at another time. Thank you.